sir. I mean, my dad actually disciplined me that day. I would have loved to, like, know more about Fuji music, but I don't know why they just don't sing Fuji music. You can sing other songs. And I'm not the only one with the experience. Like the box couple we had, there's a lady that said same thing like that. Like, just say, don't sing Fuji music in the house. But it's actually interesting. Appealing the lyrics, the sound, the tune, very interesting. That is why I asked that question, sir.
Can I just give it just two quick reactions to that?
Yes, sir.
One is the fact that it's about perception. In Lagos State today, the language of social music is Fuji. And if you go to, and you can see that from Lagos State establishment, A1 Maigo is like the unremovable factor in Lagos State social life. And who's there? That's the top echelon of the social class. So so it's about perception. The other part is to liken it to fixation with the premiership. A lot of people will tell you that Nigeria today, maybe especially in Lagos State, there are those who support Chelsea are a particular. But then that is the wrong perception of it. The most urbane, the most intellectual, the most upwardly mobile supporters of the Premiership in Nigeria are Chelsea fans.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Yes, I'd also like to add as well the future of Fuji.
Okay, that's your question actually. The future of music, yes. Because you represent this generation.
Yes. So we have created, Fuji Opera has created a multidimensional platform that recognizes the past and also reimagines the future of the genre. And over 2 years now, we've been able to speak to certain target audiences, definitely the new millennials and generations as well, having conversations with them, creating entertainment formats, entertainment series, or should I call social events where we can interact with this younger generation. We started off with an exhibition in 2020, which showcased the rich culture of Fuji subculture. So it was not just about the music, but also about art as well, fashion. So it was through memorabilia and also archived footages and interviews where we honored Barristers in 2020. And then we commenced with a live music showcase. In 2021, we created like a Vox Pop series as well, going to Fuji communities, the core fans, and having conversations with them on where the genre is at the moment. And then we've been having amazing receptions from them as well. And then I can also say that we've created like a podcast series because we need to know the tools that we need to engage the newer generation of music lovers, using the likes of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Clubhouse as well, Twitter Spaces, where we can have conversations with this younger generation on how this genre can become bigger and keeping the genre alive, basically. So we've created podcast series as well in partnership with Foman, who has been very, very supportive, interacting with a lot of Fuji artists as well. And it's available on different streaming platforms as well. And then in 2021, December, we created a unique music platform called Fuji Vibrations, where we acknowledge established artists, the likes of Alaji Merengue, the likes of Remi Aluko, Atawewe, Kes1, Malaika, but not leaving the emerging new artists who are very, very relevant in today. So the likes of Adisa, Hennessy, Akani Ololo. And this platform was designed to just showcase this genre and keep it alive. And so I think that the future of Fuji music it's very imperative that we speak to the younger target audiences as much, and I agree with what Mrs. Ibayori said as well. I agree that there has to be some sort of fusion and then progression with the sound as well. But we should also showcase in different platforms, not just music, but also in art, in different facets, which Fuji and Opera does.
Okay, sir. The last question. Okay, sir.
I'm sorry, but I also want to say something. The younger generation always insists on things being fast, being modern, and all that. But will that not lose the very essence of Fuji music itself?
You know why it will not? No, it will not. Why it will not is that if you look at Fuji, because music is dynamic. At a time, Fuji music was dominating the music industry. In fact, Juju musicians were forced to start playing Fuji. Even in churches, you see that they play rhythms from Fuji. But at that time, it was still sectional. It didn't cut across the youth until one did consolidation, which changed and appealed to the younger elements. It's like a hip hop thing, like the kind of thing that I said that is like infusing hip hop into Fuji at that time, and it worked. If you look at Juju, there have been a lot of successful Juju musicians. When Shino Peters did Afro Juju, and it became very successful when it started with Ace, it's because the music was fast, the tempo was fast, it was danceable, and that is what usually appeals to the younger people. So, because music is dynamic, for you to capture them, you have to appeal to them. Because all our superstars now that are winning Grammy, the only thing they are just doing is playing Afrobeat and then using it with traditional music. You understand? But people love it. It cut across. It was able to win Grammy. So you cannot lose without losing the essence of that music. You must broaden the scope of those you appeal to.
Okay. Thank you very much. Just this last question, I would love Mr. Mayor to answer, Mr. Stephen, just in 1 minute. How can this generation of Fuji act with evolved styles and sound be encouraged to achieve more without worry of their style not being accepted in the Fuji world?
Well, I mean, it's very simple. That actually goes sync with what we have. There's no static style to music. Wizkid's music is not Burna Boy's or David, but then it's still within the same genre of Afrobeats. People will have a problem with that too. I don't know what it means. That shouldn't be what you should have said, but that's a different argument. So how can Fuji endure? Let them continue to play. Because like we said, the other time, the mere fact that it has survived in its original form for almost 50, 60 years means that there is substance in what is there. So let them continue to play. There is no youth that is a youth forever. Youth do grow to be adults. So they mature with the sound and the music. And therefore, what will be important in addition to playing good music, and good music is relative, it's not about content. The form, the style, and everything just have to appeal to the audiences. So what is important is to continue to, how do I put it, to ensure that Fuji music endures. And part of what that will require is in doing the kind of thing that Fuji opera guys are doing, create platforms where the elder ones can continue to play, and then you can discover new. And then let's do the kind of a thing that TK is doing. Look at the way he has celebrated Ainamawura. Now he's preparing to make a film about barista. As good as, yes, absolutely, he's working on that. But as good as that is, let us also put it in our consciousness that our legends, our stars, our icons do not have to die before we celebrate them. So the biopic can be made for Baba Commander, Chief Minister Obi, for Kevin Kwara before they leave. An argument that I've had with my friends who have had the privilege of managing Bible for a long time is that how come we do not have a definitive biography or documentary, not biopic now, about him? And I think that we had this argument when he was going to be 55. 10 years after, he has crossed 65. Are we waiting till he's 70? So don't let us continue to wait. Because the more we document them, the more we celebrate them, the more we will give good instructions and inspiration to the younger ones, that there is a reason for them to continue to be Fuji artists.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yeah, that's the last one.
On a final note, my own advice to the younger Fuji musician is for them to succeed. They must do in a better way what the pathfinders are doing, because the ingredient for success is already in that music. You understand? Because when you look at Fuji, the evolution of Fuji from being Aichiwere that was using only Sakara, that was the dominant reading within the context there. But now you will see that there is Sakara, there is Apala, there is guitar, there is sax, there is everything. It's because of the modernization of the music. So they have to learn from there to know that they must make their music to appeal across board, and then they'll be successful.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. That'll be all.
So just 1 second, if you don't mind.
Okay,
Please, I beg your pardon. I know that we're running out of time. I just thought that I should respond briefly to the very brilliant idea that Professor Ojade dropped the other time about creating a Fuji museum, something grand. All I would like to say that, frankly speaking, we do not need to wait for something grand before we cement the legacy of Sikiru and the barrister. And we have something ready-made, which is Fuji Chamber in Solo. You know, TK has been there. Maigo mentioned something like appeal to government, appeal to donor agencies. Because if you rely on government also, looks for money from donor agencies to build this kind of structures. So if you are saying let us have something grandiose, it may never happen, or it may not happen soon. But then Fuji Chamber is there. We have two options. It's either the trust for the family of Sikiru and barrister, want to say, let us build this thing and share, or give it to a developer. Or you make something, a legacy out of it. And these days, all the donor agencies that are giving millions of dollars for worthy causes like that. A Fuji museum, a resource center is what I see. Fuji Chamber is
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Please, like I said, I'm also a Fuji artist. I would like to meet these donors so they can turn my house to a resource center. I beg. Can I have a round of applause for Lord Mayor Akipelu, Mr. Steve Ayorede, my sister Kechi, Obidi, and Murano. Can I take a picture with the? Can I have a file and Mr. Goldmine? Please take a picture with the. Then can I have the prof? Can the prof please join us? Professor, thank you. And president of Human Fresh Juice. Give me a key. Give me your key. Give me your key there. Give me a key. Bring it up. You know that Alaji was a very nice man. Ojo pa mi o ma ṣe ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Ṣé wọ́n nice àbí wọ́n nice? Even the professor sang, "Èṣù má ṣe ní kọ́kọ́, ibi ó ti bọ̀ ni ó mọ̀." Now, before we start singing, Mr. Bayo, please talk to me. I'd like to welcome Kelly Adawa, I'd like to Wasiu Sadiq, Tosin Eniba, and my son, Barry J. Where's Barry J? Barry J has one of the finest voices in the hip hop industry right now. Where's Barry J? Has one of the finest voices in the hip hop industry right now. He's not on the list, but I'm going to ask him to sing. Ah, yeah. Sing.
There is so much to decipher. Only wise and somehow. You know what you look what the man I think. Baby, I know, I know. Ọ̀rọ̀ lásán lásán fún òwúrọ̀ tí kò bọ́lẹ̀. Àdùnnàdó kò ní kò jẹ́ kó bá fẹ̀fẹ̀ gbé. Tó bọ́lẹ̀ ní àṣẹfẹ́ àṣàbà àdúgbò. Ìjọba lẹ́rù mi bá fọwọ́ sí èdè bàjẹ́. Àdúrà tó dùn gbọ̀ngbọ̀n ní tiwa láti bàjẹ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ fẹ́ràn wa ti wà o. Bàjẹ́ o. Ìyé ṣe ìbáṣà ọ̀sùn ìgbàgbọ́ ti pé. Àwọn aláwọ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ ní ọjọ́ tó tó. Kò tẹ́ o. Rárá ìgò tó o. Bá bá ṣe. Sọ̀rọ̀ yóò akúkú ṣiṣẹ́ àtẹlẹwọ́ rẹ̀ kò kíkọ́ ìjẹ́. Iye tí mo rí bá yóò akúkú ṣiṣẹ́ owó àtẹlẹwọ́ rẹ̀ kò kíkọ́ ìjẹ́. Ṣé mo ti sọ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ dáadáa lè gbà jẹ́jẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tó ṣe tí ó kù orí tó ṣe kẹsẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ náà sọ̀rọ̀ sọ fún orúkọ tí kò ní sọ́kẹ́ àjọba lóko ní kò jẹ́ kó bá ṣe jẹ́ onígbàgbọ́.